SoFi Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Washington football team. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Lance steps away. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. On play action, Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald to throw.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
They go play action with McDonald.
He finds his man, complete. That's Tucker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
McDonald sets to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Play action. It's McDonald.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley.
And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a play fake. Lance.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, But, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Lance now on first down.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. McDonald. This one left side, caught by Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing is McDonald. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance.
Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it.
That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Flush to his right.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point.
Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now he steps away. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. They're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Out of the gun, McDonald.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. McDonald letting one go deep for the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Third quarter of a two-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw.
Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chase Young.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, McDonald, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's complete to the tight end, Warner.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Here's Lance. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
That's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing now is Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way down to the 29. A big third down play there for the Niners. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. McDonald. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not going to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And they'll try to squeeze in 1 more play here before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 25 yards out.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 25 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
I'm the best in the game.
and he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And they will take a knee here. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And they take a knee. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Niners, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the